What's going on, people? This is Infamous, and we here with the squad.
Lulu Assassin, aka Lulu Assassin here.
What, this is your KDHD. I haven't uploaded shit in a year, so I'm probably gonna be rusty as hell.
And what's good, YouTube? It's your boy Hollow Twist.
So today we are having a discussion talking about this new Naruto trailer. It's called Naruto Shinobi Strike, Naruto to Boruto Shinobi Strike, and it's a new game that's being developed that's coming out alongside with the Naruto trilogy. I talked about it a while back on my channel. I think all of them talked about it as well when they were first kind of talking about Naruto Blazing. But we're here to talk about different things. So the first thing we're going to talk about is the graphics. So we're going to start with Kahlua, work our way back around. So what do you think about the graphics, man?
I know what I think. You want to know what I think? First off, the graphics in the game are pretty cool in my opinion. Though since it started, you know, it said in development, there's going to be a couple of things a little messed up with the gameplay. So a couple of people have mentioned that the background of it doesn't look the best, but the character models, in my opinion, look pretty good. I would say it looks like it's a PS4/PS3 game though. Hopefully the character models improve a little more, but as far as them being weird looking, that doesn't exist. So I'm pretty excited that it at least looks nice.
I mean, the graphics it's not the graphics that overall looks pretty bad. It's the fact that it seems like it has hardly up to any cell shading whatsoever. For example, like in most scenes, you can see that Naruto has almost no shade on him. It looks like he's not even in the game, like he's a mod, for example. And it's also like the facial expressions for most of the characters look kind of off, because at the end of the trailer you can see Naruto using a giant Rasengan and his face looks stiff, like he looks like he hasn't moved his neck in days. But besides that, the gameplay looks pretty good. I like the concept though. It kind of reminds me of another game, Battle of Z, that was released like a while ago, where they introduced the concept of having multiple people fighting at once and stuff. So I won't have my expectations too high, but you know, I still expect some good stuff from it.
Is that the graphics look great, in my opinion, only that I think they need to look a little better, obviously, since it's in development.
So for me, I think the graphics are good. Not as good as they could be, because like they said, the game is in development. It really reminds me of like Rise of the Ninja from the Xbox meets Battle of Z playstyle. It's like a combination of both, but I'm hoping they improve the graphics. Like K-Dog said, their face looks kind of stiff. Like, I swear this nigga Naruto was cheesing with the most stiff smile I've ever seen doing a Rasengan. Like, it was not a good thing to see, but it is kind of cool how they are incorporating different things into it. The streaks of light when you run the wall, I think that it looked cool, but it looked weird at the same time. Like, I'm pretty sure there was not like a streak on the end of their shoes when they ran on the walls, but I mean, it's still really, really dope. It looks good. The background doesn't look fully finished, but like I said, the game is under development. I'm hoping they use like these next gen graphics for real. Like when I do a Rasengan, there better be like a light coming from my palm and it kind of reflects and has that cell shading. Like K-Dog was saying, and I really hope for the best graphics. Probably the next thing we'll talk about is gameplay. Like, what do you guys expect for the gameplay?
Shit, you go first, Kahlua.
Alright, so I'm looking at the trailer right now, and honestly, my expectations, they're being met. I don't really have any as of right now, just because you guys know, new game, can't really expect nothing. I'm not even sure who's developing the game. Oh wait, it's being developed by Soleil. I don't even know how to pronounce that. Anyway, but the gameplay, they said it was going to be a 4-player online / 8 players of 8 players, and I'm pretty sure they're focusing on online more. So it's going to be a lot of playing with multiple people. So the first thing, like I think K-Dog said, is that this is kind of like Battle of Z. But the difference with Battle of Z and Naruto is that Naruto, it always focused on ninjas. And ninjas, we saw how they have all these battles with a bunch of ninjas. So like the multiple ninjas never been a problem. With Dragon Ball Z, it's limited because it's like you play one-on-ones and you're so used to the one-on-ones that they never did multiple battles, so we never got to see how it was. So going off of that, I think the multiple battles works best. We played so many Storm games of the fighters that we haven't gotten a Naruto game that has just they go back to the basis of playing with your friends and maybe having like the casual fighting against them or whatnot, but nothing serious to where it's like a serious fighter and people in the Storm community are going crazy. I don't want this game to be that. I want it to be something I could play with my friends online, be able to play, have fun, and not slam my controller on the ground because I keep losing to someone who knows how to exploit the game. But you know,
I just hope they have more characters because
True that. True.
I want them to have way more than that, since it's like an online only game, you know. So they have to focus on the online aspect of it. So,
Well, we don't know if it's online only. We've just seen that it is an online game, but I'm sure there's going to be like some offline stuff, like an offline campaign or some things like that. As far as we know, it's not going to just concentrate on its battle system. It probably will have a adventure mode, as far as we know.
I gotta add something though. Like, since it's an entirely new IP, I'm thinking that if they add just a buttload of Naruto characters and it turns out to be a crappy game in the end, it's gonna be like the characters mean nothing. So honestly, for a first game, I really don't want them to exceed over like 25 to 30 characters. And I know what you guys are thinking, like, what? Put all the important characters and please, like no offense, but there's a bunch of characters in Naruto that after a while they kind of became irrelevant, and the title of the game is Naruto to Boruto. I don't see this game having at most more than 50 characters in it, because after that it's just overkill.
Well, it is a first-time game. You know, I think it's probably going to be like an experimental game. So I'm not going to expect too many characters or too many things from it. Just like how most people are disappointed how this didn't have custom characters, or at least we don't think it's going to have any custom characters. But they got to realize this is a experiment. We don't really know how far it's going to go. So of course they're not going to have all this other stuff. Yeah.
I mean, like, it'll make sense if they have a handful of characters from like the Naruto generation and then like a handful of characters from the Boruto generation, since, you know, it's called Naruto to Boruto.
Facts. I think, since it is Naruto to Boruto, for me anyway, the most thing I'm worried about as far as gameplay wise, make the shit not broken. Like, you know what I mean? Either way, anybody in any fighting game will find out how to exploit something. If it's even a punch, a certain kick, a certain jutsu, we see all the time in Storm in any fighting game that you pretty much play. As far as the character aspect, I'm hoping that and a part of me wants a lot of characters, because even if you fuck up the game, you can at least say we had a lot of characters, which is something I do hope for. But you don't want to go overboard, like Kalu was saying. You don't want to have too many, because now you have a shitty game with a lot of shitty characters, and it could turn out really, really bad. It says Naruto to Boruto, so I was thinking maybe they could have more than one. It makes sense to kind of go half and half. You know, of course, have the main four: Naruto, Sasuke, you know, and Sakura and Kakashi. You're gonna have them four. I'm personally gonna have pretty much all Konoha 11. You know, all the motherfuckers: Neji, Tenten, Lee, Ino, all the motherfuckers, etc., etc. Maybe adding Guy Sensei, Asuma, you know, important motherfuckers like that. I'm guessing you, of course, will get Madara, possibly Obito. If they give us Kaguya, I'll be fucking surprised. They'll give us Boruto, Sarada, and Mitsuki. I say they'll give us those three minimum, but I'm pretty sure we probably, maybe, depending on when the manga / anime for Boruto Next Generation is out, we can maybe see further characters like Kawaki and stuff like that.
Well, most likely it's going to have more than, you know, just Boruto, Sarada, and Mitsuki, because, well, it's supposed to be Naruto to Boruto, so you would think there'd be more Boruto characters.
Yeah, you would think that, and I thought that too, but also at the same time, some characters like Shikidai, he's a copy and paste of Shikamaru. You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of like, do we have to put him in? We don't have to, because they could. I mean, I don't know the company. I hear the company's made a couple decent games, but I wouldn't want to do like CC2, like, well, here's the character in the story mode, but guess what? You can't use the bitch. Like, I don't want to go through that again with another Naruto game.
Well, think of it like this: Injustice, the Injustice game has both Batman and Batgirl. However, they play completely differently, though they're based around the same sort of fighting style. So I feel like they could probably do that for characters like Shikidai.
I
or
feel like
Inogen.
it would be dope, but I mean, it depends on the developer, how much they actually want to put into the game.
Another
you're-
thing though, like I feel like I hope they still have the 1v1 mode, because since they're really like pushing the whole like 4v4 thing, maybe I'm not sure whether or not they're gonna have the 1v1 mode so we could still play against an opponent instead of playing fours. Because I feel like that's what they're really for, you know?
Yeah, I think that's
The
gonna
whole
happen
board.
anyway, because you know, if we're gonna play the story mode, I'm guessing the story mode is probably gonna start from like PTS days up to Boruto, so at some point of Boruto, without giving us a shit ton of characters, and if the game does well to give us more characters in the next game, blah 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 blah. But my idea is they'll still have it to where it'd be like Naruto and Sasuke versus Haku, but the plus is it's 2 characters versus 1, and you can play as either character, whatever the case is. Like, it's groups versus singles if you want that. Now, I think it'd be cool if they actually also let you do, you know, 3v1 or, you know, 1v2. Like, if they actually went as far as to do that, I think that'd be pretty cool. I can make challenges for people like, yo, I can beat all y'all niggas. And it's like, all right, cool, let's go. 4 versus 1. I mean, if that nigga beats 4 niggas, he must be really good, but you know, I think that'd be kind of cool, because no game does that. No game has it to where you can have 2v4 or 2v1 or anything like that.
And clashes, yo, I think they should bring back clashes, because like that'd be cool too.
It would be. It would be.
If we do bring back clashes though, I feel like elements that have advantages over other elements should like do 2 times damage if they win clashes or things like that. For example, if you do a Rasengan against a Fireball Jitsu, the Fireball Jitsu should completely obliterate a Rasengan user, since you already know fire's stronger whenever wind's connected with it, you know.
I mean, true. It depends on how deep the developer wants to go and what they want to kind of do with it. They can put it in, they can put it in. Just depends on how they want to do it. And I hope for the best with this game. It looks promising. I mean, it's definitely a squad game. Like, you get yourself, 3 homies, hey, let's hop on, beat some random ass niggas, and then kind of play, you know, 4 versus 4, 4 versus 4, and this could possibly even bring clans back and shit like that. I could actually maybe even get, you know, maybe Naruto to that competitive realm, not officially competitive, but get it more competitive than Storm.
I just want to add one thing. The stages, man, like I hope like they're not like these basic stages. Like obviously, as you can see.
Oh yeah, I know what you mean. How it has like mountains and stuff.
Yeah, like I think, you know, we should get dope stages like, you know, the Hidden Leaf Village, like by the heads and everything. Like, I want to run on the first Hokage forehead, bro. Like, I want to do shit like that. Like the Valley of the Final Valley. Like, I want to, you know, run up the damn waterfall and fight niggas when I'm using Naruto and using Sasuke. Like, they gotta fully exploit, because this is the first game where wall running will actually be used well, because they fucked us over in Storm 4. Was like, yeah, wall running is in the game, only in the story mode, in these specific parts. You got fucked over. So, you know.
I mean, surprisingly, these stages look really
well detailed.
Well detailed, and they actually look big. They actually, but and they have to be big stages because they're gonna house 8 players. So I expect big stages, well constructed. I don't want to run on fucking like a rock and a nigga falls through. Like, I don't want to see that shit happen. So they gotta make sure
it looks like
their shit.
packed with glitches though.
I feel like this game could be like the glitchiest Naruto game of all time.
Kahlua, what's your take on this?
Oh, I've been looking at the trailer and I just thought like, hey, some other gameplay mechanics that I want to see, but I'm again not going to sit here and be like, hey, I want this, please put it in or I'm gonna be mad. Is destructible environment, like
definitely,
but permanent destructible environment. Cause what's that game where they had destructible environment, but Xenoverse? When you destroyed, or maybe it was somewhere else, you destroy something and they come back.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
That's just stupid.
So maybe they could integrate that. That would. I mean, small details can make such a big difference. So, you know, developers, you're listening. You know, destructive environments like destroyable shit, keep it destroyed. If I hit a rock with a Rasengan, blow the bitch up, leave it busted. okay, nothing else to it. I think that's kind of what we're saying.
But we're not really looking at the true potential of this game, though. Whenever it comes to stages, there's like almost a limited amount of stages they could like add on to them. Like not just iconic stages, but some stages that we never even had in most games. Like I can imagine what they could do for the Naruto bridge. They could do a lot for that. And oh yeah, the campaigns, I can imagine what they could do for that. Like you know how we have Kakashi, Naruto, Sasuke, and Sakura. That's an entire team, so we could have them against Zabuza and Haku. That could be like a huge boss battle or something.
Exactly, that's what I was gonna say. So like, it'll actually make it fun. Now I wonder if you do the campaign solo, will they have it to where you can switch characters mid game?
That would be interesting.
I think that would push the game on another level. So not only do you have the ability to, you know, free roam, jump on the wall, do everything, but you can switch your character. So if I want to fight as Naruto for a bit, then switch to play as Sasuke to fight Haku, that would be cool. Same thing for like later in the game whenever you're like in the Ninja War. So as Naruto and Sasuke versus Madara, I can use Naruto for a bit, fight Madara, then switch to Sasuke, and then fight Madara. I think that would put the game on a different level than just, hey, play as Naruto for this part, play as Sasuke for this part, play as Kakashi for this part. Like, it would add a whole different level of gameplay onto it, because not only can you play in free roam, but you can switch your character in mid game and fight something else, or fight someone else, or play with a different play style.
I feel like as well, like character customization would take the game to a whole nother level, and having at least, not even if they don't do the character customization part of it, I feel like they could at least have you like to where you could customize your like your Sakura with different outfits and shit, you know. So
yeah,
I mean,
yeah, I think that'd be worth it, because you know, if everyone fucking chooses Sakura, niggas gonna be confused. You know what I'm saying?
So multiple variations.
Said multiple variations, even if it's putting a kunai in the bitch hair, like simple shit, like.
Yeah, where you can tell apart from different characters, because it's gonna be like 8 people in that map, you know. So
what I would really like, if it'd be dope, I would like recolored. If I could recolor some costumes, I would.
So similar to Battle of Z, where you can recolor specific characters, uniforms, and stuff.
So I mean, yeah, something like that, where I can recolor the costume. Like if I wanted to give Naruto an all black, or give something that kind of looks like Boruto shit, where it's like red and black, I want that.
True.
So.
But I think we basically went over everything we need to, unless I could go far enough to say that there should be something like where every character plays their part, sort of like Overwatch, how Sakura would be a healer, Naruto would be the close range, then we'll have like far range fighters and shit like that. But
let's not go that far.
Wait, all right. I want to add some more stuff. So back in original Naruto, we were told that ninja go out in a squad of 4. I think where they're going with the game is that they're trying to go back to that, just that. Ninjas go out with the squad of 4 with the sensei and the 3 people, and so far we've seen 4v4. So if they do incorporate a story mode, it works out perfectly, especially in the early Naruto. They went on a couple missions, the Zabuza mission with the 4 of them, and then later on they did missions where it was either 3 or 4 or sometimes 2. There was always someone with them in these battles. I don't even think there was even necessarily technically one-on-ones until like the specific to Chunin exams. And I just think that if this game does well, the new wave, hey, but yeah, that's really it, I gotta say.
I think I feel like we might just be asking for a lot, but I mean, it's just what would make this game be like, you know, A1, you know what I mean? And that's what we're hoping for, the game to be A1. We don't want it to be like another
don't give us
another give me
I mean, still, I don't knock Storm 4. I don't want to seem like this is bad. Like anyone, you know, I hate to comment. This nigga's this Storm 4. No, I'm not dissing Storm 4. I'm just saying like Storm 4 had so much potential, and we got fucked over as consumers and shit like that. Like I paid for a game to get fucked over. I paid for DLC to get fucked over. I still enjoy it, but I mean, this game looks like it has a lot of potential, so I hope for the best for it.
Same here.
Talk about DLC. I hope like for this game at least, the DLC isn't like a character or two. You know what I mean?
think it should be 3 characters in the stage. I think
I feel
that's
like they
DLC should go.
they should go a bit further whenever it comes to DLC, since they have more to do with this. Basically, since Storm, you could only give them so much, because you can only give them like a few missions. You can give them a few character costumes and like 1 or 2 characters. But in this, I can see them actually giving us a lot more. Just be a bit more creative. But yeah, stages. That's definitely a great idea.
Yeah, I think.
Well, go ahead, Jalil.
Yeah, I was at the very minimum, couple characters, some stages. If we have the customizable options, more customizable options to throw on our characters.
Yeah, I was just gonna clarify, like, I believe like the online mode. I feel like since they're really focusing on the online, I mean, I don't see, I don't really like care for the story mode, since they're really just like pushing the whole 4-man team battle and all that. So I mean, if they give us like a story mode, like that whole generation story mode thing, I wouldn't really, I wouldn't mind it, because the game is focused more on the online aspect. So as it sees as you can tell in the teaser trailer.
Yeah.
I mean, who knows? I don't know.
And probably the last thing I can hope for is make the game competitive to an extent. Like if I want to play a game with my homeboys, I want us to win. Especially if we're playing Naruto, I'd love to want us to win. I think it'd be cool to have a 4-man squad tournament. So you'll have like 8 groups, going head to head, and you kind of do it. It's just like the regular Storm 4 tournament, but this way you're doing it in teams of 4. So you see which is the best team during this tournament. Like I want some kind of competitive aspect to this game, at least some kind, or in some small way.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you gotta keep in mind it's made from a whole different like company, so like the modes and everything might just be like way different,
Yeah, that's true.
The tournament mode wasn't made by the Naruto Storm creators, so I wouldn't be surprised if they actually did that.
Yeah, maybe if they had endless, like the endless mode still on here, it would be pretty like cool, like to have 4 people in the endless.
That'd be
like
dope.
playing all that.
Yeah, 1v1v1, like 2v2s. Like I think it'd be dope. Like I said, if they could add the extra mile and do like 2v1s, 3v1s, 4v1s, like bro, that would make the game.
That would
so
show
lit.
True ability. I don't know.
I would show your true your true Shinobi skills.
Yeah. Well, that's my take on it.
Yeah, that's all I really got on it.
Another
And
thing,
then
like, why is it called
one-
Striker? I haven't found that out yet. Why is it called Striker?
Don't know. Guess they ran
Is that
out of
something,
names.
Kahlua?
I was gonna say, so if we're getting to the end, then I guess the last thing we should discuss is where you guys think this
Like
game
Shinobi
is in its development, and do you guys think it's gonna get released?
So
Personally? Oh, you go
Alright,
first.
I'll go first. So, I believe the game, if not this year, I say probably like around this time next year.
I mean, I can see that happening. However, based off of what we've seen for most of these filler games, though this game most likely is not going to be bad from what I've seen, it's a hit or miss. It can either be very good or very bad. And if it ends up being very good, then that's great. But I have a feeling that it's going to be released very early, sometime this winter at most. Though not many great games get released on the winter time, so they're probably going to release that like during spring or something like that. But I have a feeling if it were to get enough time, they can fix all sorts of things. For example, the cell shading and stuff. So I would prefer it if they take their time with the release. But yeah.
I feel like it might just come out either later this year around like December or early next year, just because that's pretty. I think that's where most of the Naruto game come out anyways. During,
You're right.
Beginning of the year. So yeah, that's what I feel or think.
And what I honestly think is that I really think this game is gonna come out this year. Why I think this year is because if it was going to come out next year, we would have most likely got a trailer for it either at E3 or some anime gaming event like the Tokyo Game Show or something later this year, because it's like, if it's coming out next year, I feel like this wasn't the best time to release the trailer, in my opinion. And
keep in
like,
mind,
they wouldn't have released a trailer if they thought the game was too early in development, because we're not talking about Square Enix here. but I honestly think this game is gonna come out later this year. If it doesn't, at the earliest, it's coming out in January, because it's a first game, so they most likely been working on it on the down low, and it could have been in development for over a year and we never knew. So I could see this coming out maybe at the start of next year. And
I wonder how the voice acting is gonna be though too. Like, are they still gonna have the same like people?
I believe so. I think voice acting is the least of our worries. Except change Boruto's fucking voice actor. Oh my god. Like, yo, that's the only thing
honestly, I actually like his. It's not like it, but I don't mind it. Especially in the episode or the. If you watch the movie and the episode, the
he
first
sounds
episode.
like Booty in the fucking game, though.
Take
this! No, like,
It sounds just like that.
you know, I'm like, fuck this. Like, you guys fucked up bad on this one.
Hey, let's split this out to another video.
Yeah.
So
This one
it
got
seems
bad.
like we all basically got our thoughts or our 10 cents on this game so far. Though I'm pretty sure like half of our speculations aren't even going to be in the final version of the game. Believe it or not. Yeah, most likely. We're just we're just like building up our hopes for this game, but it's most likely not going to be the case at all. But still fun discussing it though. Definitely.
If they want a A1 game, 10 out of 10, if they want that, you got to take all of our advices. I'm sorry, you got to take it all.
True that.
Facts.
Too
But-
bad if they're not making cash. That shit not gonna happen.
True. I think we should wrap it up. We're on 30 minutes. This was a long one.
Well, shit, if you guys enjoyed this video, throw a kun at that like button. I really appreciate support. And I'm acting like this is my video, but it doesn't matter. I already did it. So anyway, make sure you follow each and every one of these guys, including me. Make sure you subscribe to us and be consistent as possible because, some of us are struggling. All right.
Man, who could that be?
Stop by, check out our videos if you have time. And it was nice talking about this, letting you guys know our opinions. Hopefully you let your opinions down below, in the comment section. And it's been your boy Hollow Twist.
It's your boy
And
Infamous.
Jalil. Go ahead, Jalil.
Oh, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, like they said, they kind of cover all the bases. Just comment up below. Let us know what you guys think about the game, what you want, what you don't want. Did we talk too long? All this shit. Anyways, I'll see you guys in the next video. This is Infamous. I'm
Lulu.
out.